Hello and welcome to Consis. President Biden is expected to sign 10 more executive orders today, his first full day in the office, and COVID will stay at the top of the list of actions he is going to be taking today. For months, people like me, activists, and politicians around the country have been begging, egging, writing, and pleading with the Trump administration to bring out a national plan to address the raging pandemic. But the Trump administration, and probably the only administration ever in the world of size to refuse a national plan to combat the virus. Hey, who wants to be blamed? If things go wrong, if the responsibility is moved down a layer, then he can go around and keep saying it's the fault of the state governments that nothing has worked, isn't it? Reluctance to do the job. Sorry, reluctance to accept responsibility and fear of blame, if in case things failed, seems to be the only reason why the Trump administration never wanted to have a national plan. And the results are there out for all of us to see. 400,000 Americans are dead, and we are still losing thousands of people every single day. But the Biden administration is jumping in the exactly opposite direction. It clearly looks like they want to be in charge of handling the pandemic. So if they win, if they bring the pandemic under control, the administration will get all the credit. If they don't, if they fail, they will have to accept the blame and the brickbats that will get thrown in their direction. And President Biden seems to be ready to accept that. So listen to Jen Psaki outlining the new administration's plan.
Obviously, coronavirus is sitting in front of you right now, Jen. If you can lay out the plan for the American people who, frankly, have been waiting for a plan for an entire year, what's happening today to change the trajectory of a crisis that claimed a new record yesterday in terms of deaths?
Well, Willie, today the president will be signing 10 executive orders building on what he already did yesterday in signing a mask mandate, rejoining the World Health Organization. And today he'll lay out more specifics about what the path forward will look like, what our distribution plan will look like, the steps he can take that are within his presidential power to do that. I'm also going to be bringing Dr. Fauci to the briefing room today as part of our effort to ensure we're having public health experts, medical experts really leading our communication about the process that is underway to get the pandemic under control. But it's multi-part, Willie, and we're not going to be able to get out of the pandemic or get the pandemic under control overnight. It's going to take months and months, and we want to also be clear in setting that expectation with the American public. So today he'll spend the day talking about it. He'll deliver some remarks to the public, really outlining his more specifics on the vaccine plans, more specifics on restrictions that he's going to put in place to keep people healthy and safe, and we'll build from there. It's just the beginning.
The administration has unveiled a sweeping 21-page national strategy within 24 hours of taking over. They have hit the ground running. It's clear that they have been working on this for a while, just waiting for Biden to get into his Oval Office to release their plan. The National Strategy for the COVID-19 Response and Pandemic Preparedness Plan provides a brief outline of the coordinated federal response the Biden administration wants to mount against the pandemic. Biden is digging deep into his powers and to throw the full weight of the presidency to deal with the pandemic. He has already signed off on the national mask mandate that requires masks to be worn in public places such as airports, public transportation including trains, planes, ships, and intercity buses. And he also asked federal employees to practice physical distancing whenever they are working. So the White House secretary also said that Biden may invoke the Defense Production Act to improve supplies of masks, personal protection gear, and other things that are needed to increase testing. A new National Pandemic Testing Board will also be created to handle testing and coordinate actions to specifically address the testing needs of the nation. The other aspects of the plan are intended to steer more money to the states, and Biden is also pushing the Congress to pass a $1.9 trillion package to combat COVID and also to aid the economic recovery. So this 21-page pandemic preparedness program that has been given out is an outline, it's a summary This is just a precursor to what is expected to be a 200-page plan, which is expected to be released sometime today. I will be surprised if the Republicans, led by a couple of moron senators, did not start off on the "oh my god, Biden is expanding the government" crap. I just want to ask them one thing. Where were you all when your own well-heeled colleagues got top-of-the-line treatments for COVID? Using the government resources to stop people from dying is wrong, but using the corridors of power for self-benefit is perfectly fine. How did Rudy Giuliani get COVID and was rid of COVID as fast as he got it? Why not use some of the treatments that were given to Donald Trump to those people who are fighting for their life in the hospitals right now? No, they won't do any of that. They won't even open their mouths about it. Biden is certainly looking at the more is good angle to handle the pandemic. Some ideas are going to feel like excesses, but at this rate of death, anything is fair game, even if it can stop one American from going under. Thanks for watching. If you like it, please subscribe.